Villagers, the mob that everyone loves to hate. Most people understand that villagers are completely overpowered, and with just a little bit of work, they can provide everything you need very easily. Although I do think everyone agrees, villagers are annoying. Especially early game before you get a decent setup in place. And in Skyblock, they are not only overpowered, they are completely essential and are the only way of getting certain things in the game. So the plan for today is to get a good setup going to make dealing with these villagers much easier. Alright, so at the end of the last episode, I was trying to get a silk touch or mending trade, and I'm happy to say I did manage to get both. I also completely forgot that trading for a book counts as an advancement, but you know, there it is. Right, so let's have a look at what we got. First up, we've got Silk Touch for 18, but with the trading I've been doing, I've got that down to 14. But then the second book trade was also a Silk Touch, and that one started at 14, and I've got that down to 10. Been trading a little bit, and got a few of those, and we also got Protection 3 from this as well, which is not bad. The main reason I wanted to get these villagers in was because I needed the glass. So I've been buying a little bit of glass as well, but we'll have a look at that in a second. And then we also have a Mending Villager, and this one isn't as good. This is 34 down to 30, so not brilliant, and that's the only book trade we got from that one. But again, glass on there as well, so that's great. And in this chest here, you can see I've been buying up a bit of the glass. I'm going to put that to use today. I also have 2 spare Silk Touch books and 2 Mending books, a few emeralds so we can crack on with a bit more trading. But I've also put Silk Touch and Mending on my pickaxe, and also Mending on my sword as well. So I've been using this one to swipe away at the drowns, and I've also been using this to directly mine the stone in the stone generator that we built last time. And I don't have to cook this up from cobble into stone now. I can just get this into stone straight away. So this is brilliant. But as you can see, this setup is a little bit full now, and this is not how we want to do things. What I want to do is actually start a proper trading hall in the sky. But first things first, I need to sort this mess out. And the first thing to go is this big ugly stack of oak planks. So this is our original bubble elevator that we used to get the villagers across to the iron farm, but it's not quite in the right position, so I've got rid of this one, and already that's looking a lot better. Next job, I've repositioned the bubble elevator, and I'm just building the channel of water across to here, and having all these villagers in here already was not helpful. I should definitely not have done that. I did manage to get them all into a one wide channel eventually, and most of them are bobbing around in the bubble elevator. I then got rid of all the slabs and replaced the front of this with glass, so we can see what's going on a lot better, and I'm liking the look of this so far. Alright, so this is where we are at the minute, and we've got these villagers bobbing up and down in here, and obviously this is where the bubble elevator is, but I didn't want to build this whole thing out of stone brick, because I'm going to use a lot of stone in the builds later on, and I just don't want to use all the stone when it's not going to be seen. But while I was sorting those villagers out, I did have a couple of things happen. So the first thing, I was walking through my base, and somehow there was just a villager roaming around, and he had taken a liking to my grandson and made himself a weaponsmith. So I thought it was a good opportunity to make some more emeralds, so I traded with him, unlocked all of his trades with the iron ingots, and now I have access to a diamond sword as well, so that's great. And the other thing was, there was a wandering trader, and I have seen a few so far, but this one was selling red sand, so I got really excited because I had to grab that. I'm pretty sure red sand is useful for one of the custom recipes in Skyblock Evolution. I think it's for pointed dripstone, so I haven't got everything I need for that, but at least I've got the red sand. Okay, so we're going to need a lot of blocks to finish off this bubble elevator, and in my opinion, the best way to do that is with snow blocks. So I'm going to build a very quick and easy snow farm, and I'm going to do it to replace this cobblestone generator, which I'm just not using now we've got the stone generator. First thing to do is stop the lava flowing down, so I've just broken this block, and we'll just place that in there to stop it coming down here. Then once the lava's gone, we can rip all this down, get rid of the water, and just place a few blocks down here so we have somewhere to build it. And the idea here is we'll place a chest down, and what we need to do is place 4 fences in a square on top of that, and somehow get a snow golem inside of it. Now, they can be a little bit stubborn, so let's see how this one goes. So we'll just place fences down like this, and maybe place a few blocks around so he can't go anywhere. And then we're just going to build a snow golem directly on top of the chest, inside the fences. And the plan is, we're just going to push him into place and get the other fence on. This one was very stubborn, and he fell down there, so that wasn't great. My plan was to get a slab so we could get him back up, but by the time I got that, he was well on his way and he'd completely escaped. So I thought the easiest thing was going to be to get another pumpkin, which I already had planted. So I went and got that, but by the time I got back, he'd got himself into position. Placed some blocks so he couldn't go anywhere, and after about 5 minutes of gentle persuasion, I managed to get him into the right spot, got the fence around him, and then just finished it off with a few blocks. So now I've got infinite iron, I can just craft up some shovels, and this snow instantly replaces once you break it. This is why this thing is so easy. You can just go crazy at these 3 blocks we've got here, and snow will just constantly regenerate. No matter how much I dig, it'll just keep coming back instantly. So I'm just going to stand here and maybe try and get a full double chest, and I'm guessing it shouldn't take too long at all. Okay, so after a fairly short amount of time, you see I have 43 blocks on me, and the reason for that is I have actually filled up a double chest full of snow blocks. So this is absolutely brilliant. This is definitely going to come in handy, and I can get this bubble elevator finished. And I'm also going to use this as like the temporary block that I can place to place other things on top of. In a normal world, I'd normally use dirt, but dirt is quite precious. I only have 9 stacks so far, and that's not a lot. Bearing in mind you need 4 stacks to cover 1 chunk, that's not a lot. That's just over 2 chunks, so that's not great. So yeah, snow is going to be the one that I'm going to use as like the main base building block that's going to be hidden away by other things. But before we get on with building this, I want to unlock another slot. And I can get 2 more advancements, and building the snow golem has reminded me that I get one for building a snow golem and an iron golem. So let's build an iron golem, and I think probably the best place to do it will be in here. At least I get some of the iron back from this. Nowhere near as much as 4 blocks, but let's put you there, and that should be an advancement. You don't like that? Oh, you're saying I can't build it on where the water is? Phil. Alright, let's try this again here. Just on the edge, and you know what? If I don't get the iron back, not a problem. Well, there we go. And that is an advancement. And are you going to go in there so I can get... Don't want you roaming around. There we go. Right. So I got an advancement there. So that's 32. I don't think that's going to be another slot yet. But I think this slot should help out with another really easy one. And do I have any carrots? Come here. I think I get one for breeding animals, which, would you believe that I haven't done yet? Because these are all ones that just naturally spawn. So let's try the pigs. Make a baby. And give me an advancement. There we go. So that's another one. Right, so we have another slot there, which should come in handy because I want to be doing a lot of building, and I'm going to need a lot of blocks in my inventory to get all the way up there, because I'm going to take this bubble elevator quite high, past this bit we had for the iron farm anyway, so we're going to be going quite high up, and I don't want to run out of blocks, so having that there is very useful. Okay, so just finishing off this bubble elevator with the snow blocks, and I had more than enough to do that. So while I'm up here, I've built out a little platform, and this is where my villager processing unit is going to be going. This is where we're going to take the villagers and get them ready for trading. And there seems to be a bit of a lighting glitch up here as well. I knew I needed to light this up, but as it's daytime, I thought it'd be alright. So when I got back from getting some torches, there was a creeper there. And because I have inventory issues, didn't have a sword on me. But as I'm a professional, handled it, no problem. Okay, so the next issue I've got is I need to get on with the bubble elevator. Now, putting these in here, definitely a mistake. I may have to move them back out this way because what I need to do is drop water down from the top and then place kelp in. But if I do that, when I drop the water in, this lot are going to start swimming up. And I think this is too far for them to get without drowning. So if it was a bubble elevator, no problem. But until I get all the kelp in and then break it, it's not. So they'd just be basically underwater and they would drown. And I don't want that to happen. So I think what I'm going to have to do is get rid of this water and these 2 water sources here. Move them across this way, block them off. Why can't it ever be easy? Brick, move, water, kelp, bone meal. Nice. Okay, so I've got that bubble elevator done, but I haven't released the villagers yet, because I just wanted to get this little bit sorted. So I've just been marking out each of the stages of this villager processing unit. So I thought we'd just go through how it's going to work together, and I'll put the last few blocks in so we can see what's going on. So I need to get a few blocks up there to stop the villagers going crazy, but once they go up, they're going to come down and be stood on this iron trapdoor. We're then going to have a dispenser here, and this is going to be full of minecarts, but I don't have those on me at the minute. But I do have a load of stuff in here. I've had many trips up and down, and I've brought, I think, everything I need. This is all the wood I've got. So I'll put some dirt somewhere, and we'll get some more trees chopped down, but hopefully this will do for now. I've also got some terracotta, which I've cooked up from the clay that we've got from the drones, and I'm going to craft that into red dye. Got a bit of glass and a few things for some redstone. And if you're wondering where all this redstone's come from, this has all come from that one cleric that we've got down there. I've been taking the emeralds we've been getting from selling the iron and just buying redstone and glowstone with it. So we've got the minecarts coming out of here. These will go along this way like this and then pop up here. And then with that minecart like that, once this is powered, the minecarts will come up there and they will pick up one villager from here and then just travel on down this way. Now I need to craft up some more of these. I just have been down to get some more gold and redstone. So after getting picked up from there, they'll come along here and then they'll go up this way. Let's see if I can do it. I remember this floor is going to be one higher. This is just the base level, and then I'm going to have the decoration blocks stood on top of here. So then the villager will go up over that one, and there'll be blocks stopping them, and it'll come down here like this. We'll have a normal rail there, and then powered rails again going this way. So this is going to be the trade selection area. So we'll put a workstation block down in front of him, cycle through the trades until we get something we want, and then we'll have a button around here somewhere that'll power this rail and send him on the way. And then this is the bit that I wasn't sure about, but I think I'm definitely going to do it. So when you're trading, there's two approaches to getting a lot of stuff. One is you make the trades cheaper with zombies, or the other is you just get an absolute ton of emeralds from a raid farm. And I was going to take the approach of just doing the raid farm, but I think while I've got this set up anyway, I might as well just have a zombie over here. So I think what I'm going to do is have them drop onto here, and then have a zombie stood right here. They'll zombify this villager, and then from there I can have another button that'll send them either to an area where I cure them, or I could just send them straight into the trading call, because at this point I will have already traded with them, so I could just take them in there, the other villagers will be safe, and then I can cure them directly in there. So that is the basics of how it works. I think the hard bit is getting that one zombie up here, but other than that, should be good. So I think the next step is just to get the rest of these blocks in around here, and I can send the villagers up. Okay, so first step is to get this tidied up and made safe. So I just used snow blocks at the back, and then as I wanted to see what was happening, I used glass at the front, and then we just put a roof on there so they can't go anywhere. Then it was time to release the villagers, and this went surprisingly well. I just broke the log I'd used to block them, and they started going up, and I put the water back in, and that pushed the rest of them along, and it all went well, and they all ended up on the iron trapdoor. But then, as I was in the mood to place a few blocks, and I wanted to figure out where the trading hall was going to go, as the villagers will need somewhere to go once the zombie is finished with them, so I got on with building this huge area out of snow blocks and lit it up with glowstone so we don't have any accidents. And my plan here is to have 3 floors, which should be enough for about 90 villagers. So yeah, it's going to be huge, this thing. It should definitely do the trick, and we'll get everything we need from these villagers. Okay, so a lot of progress there, and we have this huge area now, and this eventually is going to be full of villagers. So I've got this big open space, and these glowstone blocks that are on the surface, this marks out where the actual trading hall is going to be. So there's going to be 3 floors on each side, 15 in each section, so that's a total of 90 villagers. So that should do us for everything we need. Then at this end, we've got this little bit sticking out, and I think what I'm going to do down here is have a staircase that goes up to each of the floors, and then at the other end, we have these little bits sticking out, and I think these should line up pretty nicely with what I've got planned at the bottom of the world for elevators. So we'll have a bubble elevator on one side and a water drop on the other, so I can stop going up and down this thing. I also need to get rid of this cobblestone pillar as well, but we'll get there eventually. And then down here, I've made a bit of a mess. You can see all this cobble, because what I want to do now is get this zombie in. So I have a plan. I'm going to bring him up the same bubble elevator. Obviously block this off so he doesn't get to the villagers, because that would be bad. And I think if we bring him through this side, that should work. I'll then need to fix up the water source in there, but we'll worry about that once we get the zombie up. And then I've just left this open space down here. I've blocked in this with cobblestone because there is a villager there. So I need to do a bit more, make sure he doesn't start tracking him. If we go something like that, what I want to do is run up here, get to this bit, and what I want is him down there. So I'll put an extra trapdoor in, because there's just going to be one at the bottom, and then he's going to be next to the villager that eventually will go in there. But what I'm thinking is, if I run up here, jump onto here, and then pillar up one block, he's going to try and get to me and fall in there. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, so I think I'm set up to do everything now. I've built a load of junk all over my base just to get this thing through, so hopefully this works. I've got a zombie in here trapped, and he is holding a block, so let's let him out. No, not like that. Right, first area. Okay, are you coming this way? Hello. There we go. Right, you follow me. Now the problem is I'm taking him through an area that's full of villagers, so hopefully he won't try and get them, and he'll just stay interested in me. But he's got that block of gravel, so he's not going to despawn. And let's see if what I've set up will do the trick. So first thing, we need to get through the villagers. That's the first challenge. See, stay. Keep on me. Right, and I've built this in here. So hopefully you should just follow me up this bubble elevator. Right, yeah, you're in there. Right, we're past the villagers. That's the first hurdle. So let's get up here. Hold on. Right, you're going to come up with me, are you? Do we have it? Is he there yet? Is he there? Yeah, there we go. Right. Right, you slow me. Right, and I need a block on my daughter to get you in there. Right, so you're not interested in these villagers. There's one behind here, but ignore him as well. Alright, you coming? Up here. No, me. Come get me. Oh, is it rails? It's rails, isn't it? I need to get rid of the rails. Alright. This could be an issue, but let's do that. Right, because I'm on rails. You don't like it. Now, if I do that, now you're interested. There we go. Alright, I need to do this quickly. Don't fall in. There we go. Right, come to me. Alright, that didn't work. Now, if I put a block... yeah, there we go. We're in. Yes, that's it. I did it. That worked. Yes. Okay, so I've got all this cleaned up now. Got rid of all that junk. And this is now a fully working villager processing unit. And we could even use it. So I didn't show this bit yet, but I do have this redstone line here wired up to a button. I will put the button somewhere else, but I can't put any more redstone down because this is exactly 15 redstone dust. So any more than that, we need a repeater, but this worked out just great. The idea is we have our villagers here. We're going to stand on this spot mostly, press the button wherever it is, and that will grab us a villager, drop him into here. We can then put any workstation down, do a bit of trading, and then once we find one we like, we'll lock it in, press a button, and that'll send him into the zombie chamber. This zombie here costs us only a trapdoor he can reach. So the villager will be sat in the minecart, get turned into a zombie villager, and then we'll stay in the minecart. We'll then click another button, and that'll send him on his way. But, as you can see, we don't have anywhere for it to go yet. So as we have the trading hall now, we can figure out a route of how it's going to get up there. But before we do that, I think it's time to make this look a little bit prettier. So let's jump into a time lapse and get some building done. Okay, so a lot of building done there, and things are looking very different. But before I look down there, I just thought I'd show the top of this staircase actually comes out a little bit further than I thought. I originally intended for the floor level of the trading hall to be at this block here, but I took this up a little bit further, made it a little bit fancier, and I think it's worth it. It looks so much better than I originally thought, and having the floor at this level, not a problem. I'll just continue the blocks out from here, and at least I know where I'm going now. And just coming down here, I've used a lot of spruce in this one, and even though it looks great, it's a bit of a problem, because I've been using dark oak everywhere else, so I gathered up a lot more dark oak than I did spruce. And yeah, my spruce is pretty much gone now. If we just have a look around here, I've got my chest of stuff. I got a bit of dark oak, but this is literally all the spruce I've got, 21 logs. So yeah, that needs addressing. But anyway, we're skipping things that way. So yeah, we've got the staircase coming down here, and then this is where the villagers were, as you can see. And I've also stocked up this chest here with minecarts. This feeds into the dispenser, and behind there is another full double chest as well. So absolute ton of minecarts, over 100, which should be more than enough. Then we've got this little tunnel using the red terracotta, which I'm a big fan of with this. And then through here, this is the selection area. So we have a lot of chests here, and at the moment it's just got my building stuff in it, but I have started putting a few things in that show how I'm actually going to use this room. So I've got the workstations down here, emeralds in the middle, and then the main thing I'm probably going to be using is the iron. A few books in there, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I will get this stocked up better eventually. And then, again, another little tunnel, slightly shorter than the previous one. And then we have our zombie in here that's going to turn the villagers into zombie villagers. And I also decided to put a potion brewing area in here as well, because I think it'd be handy to have some weakness potions. But I may do this somewhere else, but I didn't have anything on this side, so I thought, why not? And then after the time lapse, I did a little bit more with the snow blocks, and this is pretty much all my snow blocks gone now. So that double, I think, did I leave any in here? Yeah, that's it. That whole double chest down in the dungeon is all gone now. That's everything we've got left. So definitely going to need to harvest some more snow. But I've built all this up around here. This is all fully encased now with snow. I did intend to do a little bit of the trading hall today, but because of the lack of blocks, I'm not going to do that. So instead, what I thought we'd do, just to finish off, is try and get an armourer sorted, just to show the process. So I've got, actually I need emeralds as well, don't I? So I'll grab some of those. I've already got my villager in here, and that he would come in from pressing that button. I can then put the blast furnace down there, and he should take that trade. You're making me out to be a liar. What's your problem? Oh, there we go. He's done it. It's just been stubborn. So he has that. Now, I think these will be the same, but let's just go for the cheapest one. Fortunately, the early trades for this lot, they're not great. But it's got to be done. And then after this, we should be able to use iron pretty much straight away. Alright, so we need to buy another one to get that. Okay. Right. Now, is it going to be iron next, or is it something else? Oh, that's terrible, isn't it? Alright, looks like we're buying more boots. Is that the last one? I don't believe it. I haven't got an iron trade from this one at all. That is really annoying. Alright, I'm just going to have to blow my emeralds on this. Alright. This is the worst example ever. Alright, 2 of these. I can't believe I've got through nearly a full stack of emeralds doing this. Give me anything good yet. Right, so we've got blast protection and unbreaking 3. I mean, this isn't really an issue. It's just easier to level them up with the iron. But at least we now have access to the diamond armor. So what I can do now, let's hope this works. Right, I've got the weakness potion. I haven't got a golden apple on me though. So what I can do is if I press this button, he should go into the zombification area. Right, you're going to do your thing. I do have a diamond sword with me, so I can pass that to the zombie if he's going to be a bit slow about this. So maybe let's do that. Right, he is doing his thing, but it's very slow. So if I give him... Where is he? Can I get to him? No, he's doing it now. Alright. We have a zombie anyway. So he's turned into a zombie villager. Is in the minecart. Now, what I would do at this point is send them into the trading hall. But I've just set up this little temporary for now because we don't have the trading hall yet. So if I send him on his way, he'll go into there. So now... his trades are locked in, so he's not going to despawn, so we don't have to worry about that. Alright, so we have another one coming in. There we go. You're going to take this, or... because it won't be linked to that one now, will it? You're going to be stubborn as well. Right, so we have another armor. They're expensive. I'm not doing that. Right, you know what? If you're being stubborn, I'm going to go get some apples. Right, so I've been to get some apples. Let's give this another go. And that's a bit better in it. So let's have a bit of that. And I need more emeralds, obviously. Put the iron away for now. Let's just put some stuff away so I've got a bit of space. You go in there. And emeralds. Right, hopefully I'm not going to use another full stack doing this one. Let's just shift. Yeah, that's probably a mistake, but okay. Right, you're going to give me iron on the next one? Yes, there we go. Right, this should now go a little bit easier. Let's just shove those in there. And grab the iron. And now... if we trade this, this should level up much easier. Alright, we'll go on the next one. Look at that. I need to buy 2 of those. And we're already into the next one. You can go be zombified. And while you're doing that, I can get some gold. I'll just need 2. 2 golden apples. And I only have 1 potion of weakness. So I'm going to have to be careful with this and just do it. Apply it to both of them. So, right, you're a zombie. Let's go in there. That's not ideal because I need to move them apart, really. Go, that. Right, I do not want to die. Because the problem is, if one of them turns into a villager first, then the other one will attack them. So let's get some rails. I've got a shield. You cannot. Go that way. There we go. Right, now they're separate. This should still apply to both of them. So let's do that. And you, and you. Right, so they're both shaking. So I just need to wait for them to turn back into villagers. And then we should have some extremely cheap trades. Okay, so after a fairly short time, we have one already done. So let's see what we've got. And look at that. Diamond leggings and diamond boots for 1 emerald. This is worth doing. This is definitely worth doing. So we'll take you. And that's only 1 iron now as well. So I'm going to finish leveling him up with that. I don't think you get anything. You have those. And I can get a full set of diamond armor for 8 emeralds. Brilliant. Very happy with that. Look at that. And that's an advancement as well. Great stuff. And what have you? You're the same. Let's oh, I can't actually do anything with you, can I? Because I can't. Yeah. So I'm going to have to... just going to have to buy a ton of diamond armor for him, yeah. I can live without that. So we've got... I didn't even look at the enchantments we've got. So we have fire protection, unbreaking, and fire protection. It's not bad. And blast protection 2 and unbreaking 2, unbreaking 3. These unbreaking 3, that's pretty good. I can combine a few of these, I suppose. But we will do this all with books eventually. All these enchantments will get stripped off, and we'll get some decent books, and we'll put those on there and get some ultimate armor. But for now, you know what? This isn't bad. I can live with this. Full set of diamond armor already. So I can just throw this on the floor, can't I? Because I've just got it flowing. And should we have some more of these? More boots. That's locked out now. Alright, just one more shield then. And let's see if you give me any decent stuff at the end. Oh, what? So, fire protection and projectile protection. So, yeah, not brilliant enchantments, but you know what? I'm happy with this. Full set of diamond armor, so let's get this on. Alright, so all this rubbish can go now. Even though I had decent enchantments on all this leather stuff, it's still leather stuff. So, where are we? Hold it. Nice. So, we're now fully kitted out. Look at this. So, we are going to get better once we get the books going. And next time, we're definitely going to get that trading hall done. But for now, I'm going to leave it here. Hope you've enjoyed this one. And subscribe if you want to see what we get up to next time. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.